Friday Night Football is brought to you by iwantsmart.com, local HVAC experts. Welcome to Friday Night Football on 13 WREX, your sports authority.
It's time for a Week 2 edition of Friday Night Football. Harlem and Hononegah battle for a share of the Nick 10 lead, while Genoa, Kingston, and Rockford Lutheran do the same thing in the Big Northern. Plus, the NUIC features 4 unbeaten teams in 2 big head-to-head matchups. There's no stopping our coverage. FNF starts now. Well, welcome to a Week 2 edition of Friday Night Football's
Game of the Week is brought to you in part by
big games on the slate tonight with conference implications.
Yeah, and that includes our Game of the Week between Hononegah and Harlem. Big Nick 10 rivalry showdown, so let's get into it.
Friday Night Football's Game of the Week is brought to you in part by Feldco.
Conference contenders Hononegah and Harlem, both with high hopes for the season, meeting in Machesney Park for their annual showdown. Nice moment for the game, coin toss honoring the late Abby McGregor, who passed away earlier this year. Harlem with a lot of struggles out of the gate. In their first drive, they put the ball on the ground, and Jackson Washington picks it up for the scoop and score in Harlem's first drive. Hano fans getting into it early after that play. Harlem, they were having a lot of issues on special teams. They had a muffed kick, pins the Huskies on their own goal line, and a lot of chaos over there, but after the refs talked it out, it was ruled a strip sack touchdown, so all the momentum for Hononegah early. Late in the first half, Harlem needs points, down 17-0. They turn to one of their best playmakers, DeAndre Young. The play schemed up perfectly. They hit him on the swing pass. He's got nothing but green grass ahead of him. Those Harlem Husky fans, they finally got something to cheer for late in the first half. And early in the third quarter, Austin Redmond, he's scrambling, trying to find his senior. Kelton Buskros finds it, and it's back to a one-score game. Harlem pulls within 3, but Hononegah, they hold on to the lead, and they would win it 38-28.
Elsewhere in the Nick 10, Belvedere North taking on East in a game with 2 run-heavy teams, and kind of a crazy play here for the Blue Thunder as they try the pitch. Kamaje Kasson for East causes the fumble, but Joseph Brown scoops it up, and, well, he's going to reverse field, make something out of what could have been very troublesome there for the Thunder. East head coach Gary Griffin coaching up his guys with North knocking on the door later in the drive. The E-Raps playing some tough D. Kalen Watkins, he delivers the big hit, keeping them out of the end zone as East trying to shut North out of this one here, but you can't keep him out for too long. Maddox Gillenswan powers his way in. No signal, but there it is. He's in for the touchdown and a 13-0 Blue Thunder lead. Lois been keeping those stats ever since Belvedere North opened as a school. She got to write about plenty of good things in this one for the Blue Thunder. East tries to go to the air, but Chandler Worley picks it off for North. Great play in traffic there as Belvedere North pitches a shutout. They win it 22-0 over the E-Rabs.
Boylan looking to move to 2-0 on the season, taking on Jefferson after they had a good game last week. Special teams blew this one open early for the Titans. Mark Harris takes this return. Look at him trying to find some open grass. Takes it all the way back. Oh, look at that. I didn't expect him to go that way. Look at that. What a touchdown run. Refs rule him out at the 1, though.
So close.
Yeah, just about there. And Jefferson coach Jake Arnold, he wasn't liking it. Fast forward to the next possession. It's another punt, another big play. Boylan gets the block and gets the safety. Titans fans having a ton of fun seeing that. The Boylan offense, they were having fun too. Connor Dennis finds Rasheed Johnson on the quick slant. That's all she wrote. Johnson cruises to the end zone and hits a little karate pose to cap off a massive 71-7 win over Jefferson.
And an RPS 205 rivalry game as Guilford makes the short trip to Auburn. The Knights threatening to close out the half with a score, and Anthony Purifoy does just that, finding a Favion Coleman who comes into your living room for the score. Knights down by just 2 as the fans liking that. But Guilford in the closing seconds of the half here, a wild finish to this half. Skylar Wolf rolls out, just kind of sends up a prayer off his back foot. It's high and deep, and it is caught. How about that? A little bully ball. Guilford goes into the half up 22-12. So they were feeling the momentum. The cheerleaders liking what they see. Auburn looking to fight back here in this one, but Purifoy's pass is going to be ripped away here by the Vikings defense. Nice interception, strong move there as the Guilford coaches trying to get their guys to bring it home. And here they come. The Vikings have their man, our athlete of the week, Javon Jones. He's still running through people, ruthless out there.
Don't want to be in his way.
Yeah, churning out the tough yards as the Vikings 2-0. They get the 28-20 win over Auburn. Now still to come, we head to the Big Northern Conference where teams are jockeying for position in the early season standings. We'll have more highlights coming up when Friday Night Football returns right after this break. Rockford Lutheran and Genoa Kingston both won their Week 1 games in the Big Northern Conference. That sets up the only matchup of 1-0 teams in the league this week. The Cogs and the Crusaders clashing in Rockford, and Crusaders down 14-0 at the half. Early third quarter, GK goes to the air. Nathan Kleba hits Justin Ferrara on the outside. He's wide open, takes it all the way for the Cogs. Touchdown and a 21-0 Genoa Kingston lead early in the third quarter, but first-year Lutheran head coach Jeff Lutke not too worried about it yet. That's because he's got King Hughes as his quarterback. Back to pass, almost slips, stays on his feet, throws on the run. A beautiful toss to David Ballard III. That's an 80-yard strike. Yeah, do the math there. That's a 21-7 game now. And the fans decked out in the Hawaiian theme. Perfect night for it out there. Next Cogs possession, they fumble it. And how about King Hughes on the defensive side? The scoop and the score. And just like that, it is a 21-14 game just 3 minutes into the third quarter. So a wild start to the half. Cam DeVicos going to stick with what works for the Cogs, though, and that's the power run game. Brady Brewick, the fullback, dives in for the score, and that helps the Cogs pull away for the 42-20 win. But a hard-fought effort there from the Crusaders.
Well, Byron looking to bounce back from last week's overtime loss to Stillman Valley. Tigers facing Winnebago. Byron with the ball early. Braden Smith winds up, looks deep, but it's a turnover and an over-the-shoulder interception. Take a look at this catch by the Indians. Colton Watts laying out, giving full effort there. Next drive for Byron. Ashton Henkel takes the pitch, takes it the distance. Byron up 7-0. But moving to the second quarter, Byron is knocking on the door. Give it to Kayakin, and he says, "Get off of me," as he trucks his way into the end zone. Then at the end of the half, it's Everett Witchman diving into the end zone to cap off a 2-minute drill. Byron took a 21-0 lead into the half and rolled the rest of the way, 42-7.
Elsewhere in the Big Northern Conference, Rockford Christian taking on Oregon as the Royal Lions try to move to 2-0. Oregon with the pass to the outside. The Hawks trying to make something happen, but Rockford Christian's Jaden Williams, the freshman, just rips it away from him. Forces the turnover, a big one, as he gets it down inside the 10-yard line, much to the delight of the Royal Riot. That leads to Jaden Williams. Keep it in himself. He is in for the touchdown and a 6-0 Royal Lions lead in the first quarter. How about going for two here? They pass it out to Larian Brown-Gitchell. Nice concentration from another freshman. Bobbles makes the catch, gets to the pylon for the 8-0 lead, but Brock Kundert coaching up his Hawks in his first year with them, and his team keeps on working. They fight back and get the win in overtime, 14-8 over Rockford Christian.
Dixon and North Boone slinging the ball around in Poplar Grove. Start with Chandler Alderman. He's going to keep it himself. He'll power his way in for a TD, hooking around to get him in the corner of the end zone. 7-0 Vikings. Cheerleaders, they were liking it out there. Dixon, they're going to be knocking on the door. Aiden Wiseman powers his way in for the score and stays tied at 7. It stays that way until the half. Fans are ready for some more football. It was a good game out there. It's Wiseman. He does it again. Duke's TD. Dixon, they go on to win it 21-14.
Well, we've seen a lot of football so far, but we got more for you still to come. 4 unbeaten teams in the NUIC, all going head-to-head. Sign me up for that. We'll have more highlights when F&F returns right after this break.
You're watching Friday Night Football on Channel 13! Ah!
Get hyped for some NUIC action. Dupec and Forreston. They've contended for and won conference titles in recent years. They're looking to stay in the race after week 2. The Rivermen head south to Forreston, taking on the Cardinals. And, well, this one expected to be a good game between a couple contenders. We start the second quarter. Rivermen hand it off to A.J. Mulcahy, who had a big first week last week. Runs it up the field for a first down, moving those chains for Dupec. Next play, Mulcahy gets the ball, this time through the air. He dives across the goal line, breaks the plane, putting the Rivermen up 28-8. Forreston, they're trying to answer back on their home field. They need just inches on some fourth down calls for an audible at the line. And how about Jonathan Kobler, the big fella? He's going to go ahead and just churn those legs, keep moving them, and he moves those chains through the Rivermen defenders. They're bringing those chains out. See where that lies. First down, Cardinals. Later in the drive, here they come again. Kobler punches it in for the score, but A little too much Dupac in this one. They get the win, 36-26.
LenaWinslow and Dakota both dominated their Week 1 matchups as they play their Stevenson County rivalry game in Week 2. Start off in the second with Lee Wynn's quarterback, Drew Streckwald, throwing a perfect pass to a wide-open Jace Flynn to take it to the house for the touchdown. Look at all that open grass in front of them. Dakota fans looking on as their team is trying to stay in the hunt out there. It was a perfect night for football. They look like they're nice and comfortable. Dakota with the ball now, and Caden Niedermeyer drops back looking to pass, but the Leland defense is too much as Sam Picoro brings him down for the sack. Dakota's QB talking it over with the offensive coordinator to see what they can do to move the ball forward, and that would be it. And LenaWinslow, they would go on to win it 48-24.
And we scoured the area looking for the best high school football action. Only one can be our player of the week. We go back out to Auburn, where Guilford's offense, Skylar Wolf, making some magic, throws it up to Jaden Wynn, who grabs it in traffic for the touchdown. Guilford 2-0. We'll have more Friday Night Football next week.